that's all I have to say. I'm really excited that you guys are all here. It grew much more than anticipated, so the nerves are definitely there. But I'm really excited for all of us to come together tonight and give you all the fire. And then whoever's after me, is it Faith or Ray or Faith? Your turn, boo.
Okay, sorry, I had to unmute myself. I'm going to be a good listener tonight. But my name is Faith Ciampa, and I'm director of Faithfully Fragrant. I have been with Scentsy this past weekend was 4 years. So I just celebrated my 4 years with Scentsy and absolutely love it. Cannot wait to see what you guys learn from this and what we can all learn from each other, because I haven't heard what Ray had to say, or Chloe, or Crystal, or Felicia, and now I know how to say Felicia's last name, so I've already learned something new. But yeah, looking forward to it, guys. Pass it.
Okay, my turn. So I am Rachel Spear. I am a director for my team called 176 Roots. I've been a director for 6 months, a little bit over 6 months. But yesterday was actually my 1 year anniversary. So it's crazy to even think that I've been a consultant for a year. I am a full-time nurse, and I do Scentsy on the side. So it's definitely possible if you guys have a job for full-time. And I'm so excited for tonight. So, I don't know who was starting off.
I mean, the queen has to talk. And I'm Chloe Cox. I am the superstar director for this awesome bomb group. We are the best group, if you guys haven't figured that out yet. I've been doing Scentsy almost 6 years next month, which is crazy because this is the longest job I've ever had. That's a fact. And then this month is actually my first year of retiring as a nurse. I retired this month last year. So definitely what Ray just said is so possible, because I did it. I was that person that was like, bye 4-year degree. I have other things to do. So, hi, I'm going to mute myself.
Okay, guys, so I'm going to go ahead and start off first, but I want to, there is somebody here that I need to mute. I don't want to call anybody out, but I think I might have to do that because I don't think I'll be able to focus if I have to go back and mute people. So, Michelle Deal, do you mind muting? Oh, I got you, boo. All right, so we are good to go. Oh, nope, we're muted. Okay, make sure to mute yourself, guys. Let's mute. Let me keep my stuff together. Ooh. Okay, excuse me, guys.
Hey, Felicia, listen. Yeah. If you hit mute everybody and like hit mute all and don't let them unmute themselves, then you can unmute us when we present. Does that make sense? Yeah, so do that.
Manage participants. Ah, there's mute all. Got it. Mute all. Continue. Got it. Okay. Sorry, guys. So, we're here. All right. So we want to make sure that we honor everybody's time. So let me know if I'm speaking too fast. Okay. But I am going to be first starting it off, kicking all of this off with consistency, paid at title, and getting active. Some of you guys are probably like, oh, if you guys have been consultants for a long time, this is good information, I promise you. And I'm going to be interacting with you guys too. So stick with me here. So consistency. Consistency in this business is vital. Consistency with anything, right? Raising a newborn, having a puppy, potty training a puppy, or, starting a new job. Consistency is important in any kind of aspect of your life, but most importantly in Scentsy business. And consistency, what that means, it has a second meaning to me. In my brain, the way my brain works, consistency is the same thing as commitment. Consistency equals commitment. And if you have that commitment, consistency is going to become, not super easy, not the easiest thing in the world, but it's going to be easier. It's going to come easy to you. Now with everybody has those ups and downs, and it's totally okay if we, mess up or we start slacking or we fail. with consistency in our business. But it's the most important thing. If you have that commitment's going to be your motivation and your drive to get back up and get back on the horse again, to continue with that consistency. So some ways that I am consistent in my business, one of the new things that I have started, consistency is a very hard thing for me because my life changes on the daily. Everybody's life changes on the daily, right? So one day I might, have my husband home, and next week, I might get a call 2 days before my husband has to leave for 3 months. I never know what's going to happen. Or my kid at school, anything. So I have to create a routine, and I have to create a routine. The only way for me to be able to stick with that routine and have that constant reminder. Sorry, I'm the only person in charge of my children, and it sounded like my child was outside, but we're good. They're not outside. Okay. So I have to create a routine. And the one thing that has helped me is I need to write something down. I'm a visual person. I have to see it in front of me. So sticky notes are great, but if I have 15 sticky notes, I'm going to be overwhelmed, and I'm not going to look at a single one of them. Let's be honest here. I'm not going to look at them. So what I do is I have a planner. We guys have preached and harped about planners and needing one. You definitely need a planner, whether it's something as big as mine or whether it's a little pocket planner that's like the size of this thing. The dollar store has them. It's been a long time since I've been to the dollar store because we don't have one up here, but I know that they do have those, and Walmart has them that size too. So get a planner. But wherever your office space is, whether it's a corner, whether a corner of a room, or whether it's a box, or whether it's you have an actual room or you have a wall of space, you need to get some kind of board to where you can see the tasks that you need to do. So I have a small little dry erase board that's stuck up on the wall over here. I have a larger one that I lean up against the wall. I have also a big, well, you guys saw this on Patricia Morrow's video on Anchored Scents. I have a big calendar. Some people call them desk calendars. I got a fancy dry erase one from Walmart or from Michael's, and it was really expensive normally, but it had a couple dings in it, so like 20 bucks. So I got a big calendar, and I take Sundays, because sometimes I will go to a doctor or I'll get a phone call and be like, hey, can you schedule an appointment for Tuesday? I'm like, okay, so I'll put it in my phone, and it won't be in my planner, and it won't be on the desk calendar, and it won't be on the board on the wall, and I'm going to forget about it. So Sundays are my planning days, and that's going to lead to my next thing about consistency. Something else that helps me with consistency. But Sundays I use to coordinate and sync all of my calendars. So I will take that big old calendar off the wall, and I will put it on my counter in my kitchen, and I will bring my planner, and I will bring my phone, and I will look, and I will go through the next week. If I'm feeling super ambitious, I'll go through the whole month. Sometimes I go through the whole month a couple of times just to make sure that I don't double book something later on. So just to not overwhelm yourself, figure out the week first. Coordinate your week. Go to your phone. Go to your Facebook events. Sometimes you might have a Facebook event, but you haven't put it in your regular calendar on your phone. So go through all of those things. Facebook events, your planner, your desk calendar, your phone, wherever else you keep information about dates and events and appointments and meetings, keep those all synced together. The next thing I use, another thing from Patricia Morrow, and I think I know Chastity Robinson also created a more simple, more focused version, a little bit less overwhelming. And I can upload this if it hasn't been uploaded already. But this is a calendar, kind of like a to-do list. For every day of the week, it gives me a task. So Mondays are customer days. So those are the days that I do any follow-up texts, calls. I'll go to my Maven app. If you guys don't know what your Maven app is, you need to figure it out because it's amazing. They have information on the workstation about it. And you can also talk to your sponsor or your team page. So follow up with any calls. You can, if you have a VIP group, post in your VIP group every day, post on your personal page, post on your business page. if you are a director as well, and you have maybe a separate page for lead consultants and above, a leader page, you can post on the leader page as well. But and then it breaks it down. So it talks about things that you have to do every Monday, but then it talks about the first Monday of the month. And then the next week is the second Monday, the third Monday. And those are important because on the second or third Monday of the month might be close to the halfway point. So that's very important because those are some tasks that you're going to have to need to do to see where your team is at. How are they working their business? And I can post them and we'll answer them at the end if we have, yeah. If you have any questions, put them in the chat section. We'll answer them at the end. Can you find that in the files on the workstation? The thing that I'm holding right now, this is not in the files on workstation. This is something that Patricia Morrow created herself, something that she created personally. And I believe Chastity Robinson's would be more, less overwhelming. So for me, I'm all about the details. I need all the numbers. I need everything broken down because I will forget. I'm a huge forgetter. My memory is nothing anymore. So I liked all the detail of this one, but Chastity Robinson's is amazing, especially when you're first starting off in consistency, because one thing that is very important with wanting and learning how to be consistent in your business is you don't want to get overwhelmed, and it's a learning process. It's not going to be created overnight. So if you start out small and you feel like after a few months, maybe 2 or 3 months, you've mastered Chastity Robinson's list and you want to start adding your own tasks. So maybe Monday, since it's a customer day, maybe figure out if you have any customer mail outs that day, or if you have to check if you have any internet orders on your workstation and go ahead and mail them out on Mondays. Mail Mondays. I love alliteration. So that's perfect for me. But just some things that you can do. So starting out with that, and I believe I have Chastity Robinson's file saved on here. I could possibly share my screen with you guys because I know I saved it. Excuse me, but I didn't have it previously pulled up, so I'll post it afterwards. But Chastity Robinson's list is amazing. This list is amazing, and we will share it with you guys, I promise, okay? That's one thing that has helped motivate me to stay consistent in my business. There are some days where I wake up and I get my kid to school and I'm home with my youngest, and I have all the 3 dogs, and I just sit on the couch and I'm like, oh my gosh, here we go. Here's another day. And especially with winter coming and how dark it gets here, it's gonna be even harder to get off of that couch. I know that some of you guys have been there. I'm not the only one who does that. So, or maybe you have a very busy day and you have appointments and you have to be, school functions or fundraisers or parties, a Scentsy party, whatever the case is, and you're busy and you don't want to do anything else for your Scentsy business. There needs to be some kind of consistency with your everyday to-day stuff so that it's going to motivate you. You're going to feel, when you pour into yourself, you feel better, right? That's kind of what consistency does for you in your business. It gives you extra motivation. It makes you feel better that you're doing well in your business and that you're sticking with it. You're sticking with something. So creating a routine, calendars, yep. Oh, business hours. Chloe taught me all about business hours. She preached it to me. She still has to knock it into my head every now and again because I still don't listen all the time. I'm a helper. I want to help everybody. I want to answer all the questions right away. I want to be known to, be the smartest Scentsy lady around. So when a customer messages me and says, hey, do you have a scent that has something like pumpkin bread or something like that? And I'm going to be like, yeah, we have pumpkin roll. But it's 10 o'clock at night. Okay, I should have my big butt in bed. And if my husband is home, spend time with my husband, or my children should be in bed by 10:30, so they should not be awake. But I could be pouring into myself. I could be going on stage, catching up with family or friends on Facebook. I could be watching my TV shows. I don't get to do that enough. I could do whatever. I could take a bath. I could do anything I wanted to do at 10:30 at night. I could go to sleep, which I normally am at 10:30. I need to be better with my business hours. And it's, some days are better than the others, but business hours are very important, especially with this fall and holiday season getting ready to come up. People are going to be wanting their Scentsy. So if you feel that in your business, you need to extend your hours a little bit, you can totally do so because you are your own business owner. You do what you feel is right for your business, but you do need to set some kind of business hours. I had my business hours at like 8 in the morning, 8 in the morning to like 5:30 at night. And that did not work for me. My daughter doesn't go to school till 9 in the morning. So my business hours doesn't need to start until at least 9:30. I moved it to 10 so that when I get home, I have time to unwind. If I need to tidy up my office a bit, or if I need to take a shower or enjoy a cup of coffee, I moved it back. And then my daughter gets picked up at 3:30. So when my daughter gets picked up, all heck breaks loose whenever the kids get back home. So I have to make dinner. The dogs are going crazy because the kids are home. My husband comes home. The dogs go crazy again. It's a mess. So I created my business hours to what works best for me and my family. And that's what you need to focus. Sit down, give yourself 5-10 minutes, set a kitchen timer or a timer on your phone. Siri is an Australian voice. You know, you can change the voice for Siri on your phone. I don't like the female voice. She's annoying, and I don't like to listen to other women telling me what to do. So, I'm sorry. So I changed it to an Australian male voice because his voice sounds interesting, and I love to listen to that. And he's like, Felicia, you have an appointment. You need to leave in 10 minutes. Yes, sir. I am on my way. But anyways, I'll say, hey, Siri, set a timer for 15 minutes. And you're like, all right, it's good to go.
Okay, 15 minutes and counting.
See? I didn't mean to do that. I'm sorry. But see, that was amazing, right? I need to turn off that timer. But anyways, I'll do it because I'll be finished before 15 minutes. So yeah, that's what I did. So I'll set a timer for 15 minutes and I'll sit and I will think about what I have to do, or I will think about what works best for me and my family. What are my business hours to where I'm not taking away from my family. I'm not causing myself extra stress and causing myself to be insane, but I'm still effectively managing and running my business. So you guys figure that out. That's not something that I can help you with. I can help guide you into, how to think about what you need to think about to create your own business hours, but that's something that's all up to you guys. You got to do that on your own. Now, the last thing I'm going to talk about is paid at title and becoming active. For those of you who are a lead consultant or above, congratulations to you. Paid at title, what does that mean? And for those of you who are essential or certified, paid at title is something that you really want to strive to get to, right? So paid at title means that you will be able to get paid at the title of lead consultant or above, whatever rank you are at. So once you become a lead consultant, you have requirements every month. I don't want to say requirements. You have goals every month based on team sales, your own personal sales, and how many team members are active on your team to be able to be considered to be promoted at that title. And you start at 0 every month. Chloe starts at 0 every month. I start at 0 every month. You start at 0 every month. We all start at the same. And we have to work to reach those goals. So paid at title just means that you need to do exactly that. The most important thing about paid at title is you have to get at least 500 of your own personal sales. So the way my mindset when it comes to being paid at title is I want to get this done and taken care of before the 15th of the month, or at least the most I can before the 15th of the month, because after the 15th of the month, the end of the month comes really fast. And I'm trying to worry about my sales, but I'm also worrying about other people's sales too on my team to make sure they are paid at title, or if they're close to promotion, or helping them get to their promotion, or getting to team numbers, team sales. So I'm worried about all these other things. And a lot of people like to book parties at the end of the month around here. I think it's military payday stuff. But anyways, so getting it done before the 15th of the month is such a stress reliever for me. So how awesome would that be for you to think about? Think about it just for a second. Paid at title, getting your $500 in sales before the 15th of the month. Let's see, what is today? Today's the 10th. So we have 5 more days to get to 500. Do you think you can do it? I know I'm not at 500 yet. I'll be the first one to admit I'm not ready yet. But I'm about to be, because I know that it's coming up, and I'm about to be at 500. And there's nothing in my mind, nothing in my life that can stop me from getting 500 on the 15th of the month. I will not let myself give my own self an excuse. It's not happening. And it took me a while to get there. But it took me that, what is that self-affirmation? I have to speak it out loud. I have to tell myself, Felicia, you need to get $500 before the 15th if you want to even think about getting the paycheck that you think you want the next month. Felicia, you only have 5 days left. You better get on it. I'm a big talk. I talk to myself all the time. I don't talk to myself in the third person. I do it all in my head. But anyways, so I tell myself that. It gives me kind of that angst. And yeah, it might give me a little anxiety. It might stress me out a little bit. But you know what? By the 15th, I will have my 500 in. Guarantee you that. Because I don't want to give myself any kind of leeway to make myself an excuse, to give myself an excuse to not show up the way I'm supposed to be. And if I'm a director and I'm supposed to be teaching my team that they need to be doing this as well, I need to be setting the example by doing that. And as a lead consultant, as a star consultant, as a superstar consultant, it takes a while to get into that motion. But once you start getting into that mindset that there are no excuses, you are going to do this, and you are going to do this not only for yourself, but to help so that you gain that experience to help your team members in the future, right? So the last thing I have about getting active, for those of you, remember to mute yourself whenever you guys get in here, please. So anyways, the last thing about getting active is I'm going to do something interactive with you guys. So Scentsy has all kinds of products. It's not just the wax and warmers. Am I right? Right. So whenever it comes to getting active, some of you guys are probably like, I don't know, it's so stressful. I don't know who to talk to. Nobody wants to buy right now. I've exhausted all my options. There's all kinds of things that could happen or that can be said, right? So the last, I'm going to be doing some math with you guys, and I'm going to use my calculator because, I can turn my timer off from here. Stop. Okay. So my calculator. I'm going to be doing some math with you guys. So for those of you who want to get active, let's just say every 3 months, you need to replenish supplies that you use in your house. And if you are a Scentsy consultant and you're wanting to be successful, you need to be using the Scentsy supplies. Am I right? Right? Okay. So you need to be using the Scentsy supplies because nobody is going to believe that these products are great unless you have experienced them yourself. So Laundry Love Bundle, $50, right? 50, okay? Laundry Love Bundle. What else? To last you, let's say, I use counter-clean a lot of places. I use it in bathrooms, I use it in my car, and I use it around my house. So I need at least 3 bottles. So let's do a 3-pack, all right? I do not have this stuff memorized, and I probably should, but like I said, my memory is junk. So 3 bottles of counter-clean is $29. So 29, right? What else is something that you guys need for Scentsy? Now that we have the bathroom cleaner, you need the bathroom cleaner too, boo. 23 for a 3-pack, okay? So that's a 3-pack. So we have laundry, we have counter clean, we have a bathroom cleaner. You're gonna need some Scentsy Fresh for those rugs, those mattresses, those couches, the car seat upholstery if you need that as well. So let's see, Scentsy Fresh, 35 for a 3-pack for kitchen soap, because you gotta do dishes, unless you're one of those who always use the dishwasher. But I like doing dishes, I don't know. So we're at 178 already, okay? We're at 178. So let's see, what else could you use? If you need light bulbs. So let's say you wanna get 2 5-packs. That's 10. And now we're gonna look for car scent circles. So a 6-pack of scent circles is 15. We're at 203. Bam! I don't know if this is backwards to you guys, but we're at 203 already. We're active. That's just for stuff that we need, okay? So if you think about it that way, it's gonna be easy whenever you talk to the customers. Hey, don't say, hey, I'm trying to reach my goal by the end of the month, so what do you need to order anything, or can I help you order anything? No, go back to what they ordered before. If they ordered a warmer, say, hey, do you need any extra bulbs? I know that you ordered a warmer the last time, and I'm getting ready to close out an order. If they're local, you can mention in a private message about the free shipping. You can say, hey, it's a local order. We have free shipping, so if you want a three-pack of bulbs, it's $5. You know, that you have to think about what they need to be able to get, you got to figure out how to talk to them. But getting active is not so hard. It's not so scary. If you think about it that way, about the products that you need and that you use in your house, getting to that active number is super easy. And you could take out one of these if you don't want the bathroom cleaner because you have the counter cleaner, whatever, which the bathroom cleaner is amazing. So I don't know why you wouldn't want it, but put in a six-pack of wax. You know, there's other things that you guys can use. You can mix and match all kinds of Scentsy things. You just have to make that mindset change and think about, what can I use in my business or my home? And if I can use it in that business, then other people can use it too. So that is the end of my little thing. Okay, sorry. I think Crystal is next, right? Yes. Thanks, guys, for listening.
That's me, yes. No nerves. Don't worry about it, guys. I'm not nervous at all. That's cool. I'm going to be going over the importance of front loading, which kind of goes hand in hand with Felicia's consistency. And she was talking earlier about Chastity's to-do things. They're just labels. You can get it from Avery Print or from Avery Labels, Walmart. And it pretty much, I just put it on, like it says the first day of the month, and it's just a reminder of what I need to do those days. If I don't do anything else besides what I have marked on here, it's a day's work. I mean, it's accomplished. If I do anything extra, way to go. But it helps me stay on track with my business, and it keeps me going. Because there's some days I'm like, what in the world, you guys? I'm so tired. My mind just is not thinking, and I'm like, what do I do with my business today? So if I don't write things down in here or have it here, I forget it, and then it's my excuse to not worry about it. So we have to bust the excuses. So front loading. I cannot explain to you guys how important that falls in with consistency. My motto, I worked all week long and I was thinking, you know, I'm gonna write this down. I'm gonna figure this out for you guys, but I couldn't think of what to write down. So I said, I'm just gonna go and I'm gonna talk to you guys as if I was explaining to you how I work my business. So don't feel like you have to do it like this. This is just what works for me. So every month, obviously we start at the beginning of October, say we started there, I give myself 3 weeks. That is all I have to get my goal. So my goal every month is 2,000, period. I do not accept anything less because I know I'm capable of doing it and more. So 2,000. So what was last month? September. So by the 3rd week in September, my mindset was, okay, now I do have this last week in September to work my business, but I need to stop focusing as hard on that and go ahead and make October better. So I always have at least 2 bag parties out the 3rd week of every month, period. I don't care, you know, if I still need sales for that month, I always make sure I have 2 bag parties out in someone's hands that I'm going to get back and I'm going to close it the very beginning of the next month. So for me, that gives me active from day 1. I already have 2 parties set to go, and I can get more parties booked off of that. I may already have home parties booked for that month or online parties or vendor events that can come later that month. But you guys don't want to wait, and you don't want to book your parties like mid-month when you're stressing, trying to figure out how you're going to stay active, how are you going to get your PRV in, how are you going to hit team numbers. You don't want to do that. You want to be set and comfortable in your business the first 2 weeks of the month to kind of know, okay, I have 2 more weeks to play with. I don't have to work as hard. Let me go ahead and focus on my team. Let me focus on recruiting. Let me focus on, you know, pay the title, whatever it may be. But you have to worry about your business first, which is why I always make sure I front load. Because when I know that I have parties going, which obviously stresses you out if you don't, I'm confident in knowing that I have that extra time to pour into my team and to spend with my children. Because honestly, so say you're one of the people who put off front loading. And here we are, October the 10th, and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm going to go inactive this month. I don't have any sales. I don't have any parties. What am I going to do? Okay, so you're going to stress about it all day long, but you're at work. It's freaking flu season, guys. So that's enough said. Nothing at work for me gets done right now because it's just patients and sick and shots and everything. So I can think about it and I can stress about it all day long at work and come home and be tired and tell my kids, I can't deal with it right now. I need to think. But thinking is not going to get me anywhere. I have to act. I should have acted 10 days ago. I'm running out of time. So I'm going to be stressed and I'm going to try to do it. But you don't want to feel like that in your business. You don't want to feel like you're down to the nitty gritty and that you're stressing and rushing and begging people for sales because we're sharing. If you share the product from day one, the product sells itself. I truly believe that we resell a fillable product because everyone, when they buy a warmer, they need the wax. If you're sharing with them and you're spoiling them, they're going to return and they're going to give you referrals. So if you guys are not having the best month this month so far, just a recommendation, maybe try, of course, bust your butt the rest of the month, get yourself active. But the third week of this month, go ahead and just kind of stop worrying so much about where you are right now. And go ahead and make your next month amazing. Because next month doesn't have to be just the same way. It can be so much better. I had a lot going on last month. I did not front load as well. My PRV is showing for it, but I'm catching up. I'm getting it together. I spent one day where I was like, you know what? I'm not going to do anything else. I'm just going to do follow-ups and I'm going to message people. And that is what I did. I booked 3 parties for this month off of that one day, but I had to do it from the beginning. So front loading is really important. And that also falls hand in hand with what I was going to talk about as well as hostess coaching. So when I get my 2 or 3 parties out, whatever I may have out that third week, you have to be more excited than your host. You have to make them wonder, what is wrong with you? Why is this chick so excited about me having this party? I don't even understand. So you have to keep them so curious that they're like, I got to do this. I don't even know what her problem is. She may have issues, but she's really excited about this, and she might feel bad if I say no. So that's cool. That's fine. Borrow my bag. So once you get it in their hand, whether it be, I had a girl recently who didn't want to have a party. She wanted to smell the scents. I'm like, that's cool. I took her the bag to her work. She worked at the hospital. And then I went back to work. That was it. I left it alone. Messaged her that, hey, feel free to share. I'm going to come back beginning of next week and pick it up if that's okay with you. And she was like, yeah, of course. And I didn't say anything about having a party or free rewards or anything. I just said, feel free to share if anyone's interested in smelling too, because there's a lot of good stuff in here. She ended up having a $500 party. You don't have to always make it about a party. Even if you are dropping off a party or a bag, just for it to be for that one person, that's okay, because that can be one order. Now, when they have that in their hand, because you don't want to intimidate them too soon, or at all. When they have it in their hand and it's already in their possession and you're long gone and you're like, hey, I'm going to come back at the beginning of next week and pick it up. But feel free to share it. I mean, pass it around, let them have the samples, whatever. Keep it plain, keep it simple. When you pick it up, maybe expect to just have that one order. But that's what I did. I never imagined that she would have this huge party when I picked it up, but I kept her excited. And I told her too, towards the end, when she told me she was getting orders, I was like, oh my gosh, that is crazy. I was like, do you happen to know about where you're at? I was like, just because you got orders, you're going to get free stuff now. Like, I didn't even plan on that, so I didn't tell you from the beginning, but you're going to get some freaking stuff. So when she told me, she was like $360 something. She was like, and I have one more order. I said, well, look, if you can get your party to 500, the rewards are insane. And that is what I always try to feed into my host from the very beginning. I'm like, your goal is 200. And of course, you're always going to get a thank you gift from me for getting 200 PRV, period, because you hosted for me, and I appreciate that so, so much. The next level for rewards is 350. I said, but if you can get there, push for 500, because the difference in your rewards and the gift that you're going to get from me is insanely different. So when you tell them that and how much difference there is in a 450 party versus a 500 party, they're going to keep trying. They're going to want those free products. They're going to want them half off rewards, and they're going to want that freaking gift from me. I'm at a place in my business where I feel comfortable enough giving out better gifts. So sometimes I might say, hey, if you get 500 PRV, that Scentsy Go you wanted, I will buy it for you for free. They have no idea that I'm only paying $25 for it. Now, yes, I am paying $25, but do you guys even know the commission that you get on a $500 party? I would never have that. I don't care about $25 at all because my go-to is Scentsy Go because it is a walking advertisement. It's not a warmer sitting in someone's home waiting for someone to come and visit. It's not a car bar hanging in their car. It is theirs to put in their purse, take on an airplane, take to a hotel, take to a family member's house. It is walking advertisement for your business. So that's always my go-to. I always say, hey, I will buy you a Scentsy Go for free, not to mention all the half-off rewards you're going to get and all the free products. So at that point, from the beginning, they have a goal. They want nothing less than to hit that $500. And then that's security for you. So if you have that, the first 2 parties you get out, that's an automatic 1,000 PRV at the beginning of the next month. And all I have to do is get my other 2,000. And I can do that with all of the other ones that I have for the rest of that month. So for me, I feel halfway there just getting started. And that's comfort for me. I don't have to stress the rest of the month and figure out how I'm going to get my PRV or how I'm going to support my team when I'm over here stressing about my own business or, oh my gosh, this month has failed. I can't do it. I don't have time. We've got to bust the excuses. Like, I cannot stand when people say they don't have time or that they don't know anybody. God gave us the exact same amount of people to know in this world. The exact same amount. Like, there's not one person less that I could know than you. Or more, sorry. So my thing is, you have to go out there and just find them. Don't be scared. You have to get out of your comfort zone. You have to ask. I personally had a vendor event Saturday, and I had 2 people who checked those boxes. They want to host and they want to join. Because I'm just not there yet, I got to call them. Today I thought about it all day long. So tomorrow, that's my goal. If I do nothing else tomorrow, I'm going to call them 2 people, and I'm going to talk to them. That's it. I don't care if I do anything else. So front load, that will make you feel so much better, I promise you, as a leader, when you know that you have your business taken care of first and you have those parties going. Don't wait till the end of the month to rely on your PRV, because if a party cancels towards the end of the month and those were the only parties you had, you're going to be stressing. Go ahead and get confident at the beginning of the month. If I have a 2,000 goal and I get it, and then all of a sudden I have 2 more weeks and I get 2,000 more, that's cool. But I had my goal of 2,000 and I succeeded in that. And then I had the rest of the time to reach everything else. So that's pretty much it. Just remember, make sure you always coach your host. Don't make it sound like a party. Keep it simple. Keep it fun. Make it about them. Let them know what they can get out of it, not what you're getting out of it. And get your business together, like for real. The last week of the month, you should have your business going for the next month. And that's what works for me. That's what keeps me going. That's what helps me have my 2,000 PRV every month. Just being happy and excited, and the passion shows. Like, I have people who come to me because they say, I've never had somebody, or I've never met somebody locally, or my old consultant didn't act the way you act. Like, you love the product, you really do, and you have to be passionate about it. You have to let them know that they are missing out on so freaking much, because our products rock. So that's pretty much it. I hope that helped you guys. I'm gonna pass it on to Ray Ray. Or wait. Yes. No. Faith. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, you guys need to listen to Crystal, because her PRV every month is crazy. Like, when she says she has a bad month, it's what people would consider like an excellent month. So, yeah. So I'm going to talk to you guys about recruiting. I struggled with recruiting for a really, really long time. I think it took me 2 years to get my first recruit. Crystal was actually my first recruit. And I remember texting Chloe, and I was like, I'm just going to quit. I'm just going to quit Scentsy because my sales are garbage. I haven't recruited anybody, not making any money, not going on any trips. I'm just going to quit. And obviously you all know Chloe. And she basically told me that I wasn't going to quit, and that I needed to get my act together. And she was right. She was like, how many people are you talking to a day? And I was like, what you talking about? About joining? None. Well, then what do you expect, Faith? And that kind of opened my eyes. So after that, I really stepped up my game. I really started thinking about what I wanted in a business and what I wanted to see. And I wanted my team to grow because I knew that's where the money is at for me. And that's also where money is for other people who need that money. Okay? People need that money. So what I do is I come up with a dream team list. So I'm like a very anal retentive person when it comes to like writing stuff down. So I made a little sheet and it has a dream team list and it has their name and why I think that they would rock at Scentsy or why they contacted me about joining Scentsy, the date and type of contact. So say they contacted me via Facebook message or I reached out to them and emailed them or sent them a video, a join video, and that way I can keep up with it. There's also a follow-up date, so I know to follow up with them. I use this as a guideline for making sure that I remember, because I'm just like Felicia, I have the worst memory. If I don't write it down, it's gone. It is gone. And I only have one kid, so I can't even imagine. But one of the things I've learned is that never to prejudge somebody. You never know what they need and why they need Scentsy or why they could need Scentsy. So always offer the opportunity, no matter what you think. You know, I never thought that I would do well with direct sales. I thought those people were crazy in direct sales. And I just joined for the discount. So just don't prejudge somebody. Always talk to your hostess about flipping. They have made it super, super easy. They have made it insanely easy for somebody to join. All you have to do is, after you have a party, say, hey, this is how much your kit would cost. I just had a home party this past weekend. Actually, I had 2 home parties this past weekend. I was fried after this weekend. But she had a $700 home party. This one girl, and I was like, girl, you need to join. This is how much your kit would be. You still get, your half off items. And she said, no, that is okay. That is okay. It is up to her. She has another direct sales company. But just because that's a no doesn't mean that's a no forever. You guys know that I'm not going to write her off. I'm going to treat her really well. I'm going to spoil her as a host. I'm going to make sure she's on my VIP page. I want her to know all the good things about Scentsy because I can see her and all the friends that she has, and I can see the potential. So just because somebody says no right now doesn't mean no for always. Just an FYI. Don't mark them off. Also, don't be salesy or pushy. Have you guys ever had a message from like a random stranger that's on your Facebook that you've never talked to that randomly friended you and it's like, hey, I saw that you work out. You should start selling this stuff, and that's it. They just leave it at that. Do not be that person. Please, baby Jesus, 6-pound, 4-ounce baby Jesus, do not be that person. It is terrible. Yeah, that's his exact weight. And you don't want to be that person. That is not authentic. That is not who you are. That is not who Scentsy is. That's not good at all, because I wouldn't want to join if somebody came across it like me. Like, I get those messages all the time and I literally can't reply to them. I'm just like, I don't really have anything nice to say about it. I don't want to say anything mean. So yeah, don't be that person. Also, share. Don't just expect to post a join post and have like 10 people sign up. It's not that easy. If it were that easy, everybody would do it, guys. You have to take the initiative. You have to share the product. Don't sell it. This is part of recruiting. I know it sounds crazy, but if you share a product you love, you share the passion you have for it, you share the love that you have for your company and your Scentsy sisters, you share the free trips and the amazing things that they have to offer, all of these things are going to draw people into you. And be yourself. People know that when they join you, they're not just joining the company, they're joining your team. That means that they're joining you. Okay? So everybody knows that anybody who joins my team knows that I'm a weirdo, and I'm cool with that. Like, they know it. I know it. It's okay. I'm not going to be fake for anybody. I'm going to be myself. So be yourself, and I guarantee you, people that will want to be with you, you attract what you put off, basically is what I'm saying. So make sure you just are true to yourself. Also, add them to your team page. I know you're weird, Emily, it's okay. Add them to your team page. Make sure that they know that they have a ton of support. That is huge to me in this business. Support and sisterhood is huge because a lot of other companies do not have that. I have seen it, I have heard about it, and I want us to be different. I really, really do. Also, let's see. Expect to hear no or nothing at all. I know that you guys, if you've never asked, you'll never hear no, but you'll also never hear yes. I get no's all the time, or I hear absolutely nothing back. And that's okay. You just keep trucking on with your life. The right person will come along. I just had a front line who has been with me a year. And she's like, this just isn't working. It's just not working. I was like, you've got to give it time. Everybody does stuff in their own time. Do not compare anything. So I said, just keep talking to people. Just keep talking to people. And she got 3 recruits last month. And it finally happened. So just know that it will happen for you. You just need to keep asking, keep putting yourself out there. When you ask somebody, you can call them, you can text them, you can email them, you can send them a short little video on why you think that they would be awesome at this business. Anything that's really personal that lets you connect with them. This is what I've been doing here. So last year, I feel like I was a recruiting machine and I got really, really worn out. And this year, I am more focused on the quality of the people more than the quantity. So you guys can recruit, but if you're not really recruiting people who are hungry and who want this business, I think it's great to have people that want to do just hobby, because that's how I started off. Don't write those people off, because that's still a really good idea and people will just want a discount. But this year I'm really looking for people who want it, who want to make a career out of it, quit their jobs, go on free trips, really dive into it, because I need that passion and I want to see that in them, because I feel like I just got so worn out last year. So that's kind of what I wanted to say about recruiting. I don't know if anybody, are we holding all questions to the end? Yeah, okay. So that's kind of what I wanted to say. Okay, so I'm going to pass it on to Ray, I believe.
Okay, guys, sorry, I was trying to unmute myself. So I'm talking about the importance of following up and on training your team. So I'm first going to start with follow-ups. Follow-ups is huge. It's like one of the number one things you need to be doing in your business. And the sad thing is that there's so many of us who are not following up. I did not follow up for the longest time, even though people preached about it. Chloe preaches about it. Katie Lassiter preaches about it. Everyone preaches about it, okay? So you need to find a system that works for you. What might work for me might not work for you, and that's okay. So you need to find out what is going to work for you, okay? So there's 2 different systems that I'm aware of. There's the binder system, which I was doing until the Maven app came out, and the Maven app is gold, and it's my life right now because I can literally take it anywhere. It's on my phone. I can follow up anywhere, whether I'm in an airport, at work, on the toilet. Not even gonna lie, I do most of my follow-ups while I'm sitting on the toilet. Just gonna throw that out there. Because I'm a nurse and I have like 0 time. So when I go to the bathroom, that is my time to do my follow-ups, okay? So if you have not tried the Maven app, give it a chance. Okay, because the Maven app, there is a free trial. I think it's 7 days. I don't even really remember, but it's a free app that you can try, and then you can sign up for like the full effect. So just to give you guys kind of a little background in case anyone doesn't know what the Maven app is, it's synced directly into our workstation. So anyone that orders off your PWS, any parties that you have placed personally, your host, your contacts, it literally tells you when to follow up. So it'll give you a to-do list, okay? I love a to-do list. I love something that I can literally check off my list. I literally say, I think it says complete or something like that, okay? Or you can press dismiss if you don't want to do that. But I highly don't do that. Just click it off saying you did it, okay? So, and you can go in and specify it. So let's say, like, for someone who orders from me, okay, if I see that I get an email saying every time someone ordered off my PWS, I need to follow up with them in 2 days. That's my time frame, 2 days, okay? And all I'm going to say is, thank you so much for ordering. You have no idea how much it means to me and my family, and I cannot wait till you get this. I'll let you know when your order ships, because again, I'm going to get an email. They should get an email too, but I'm also going to reach out to them and say, hey, your order shipped today, and I'm so excited for you to get it. Let me know when you receive it, and I'll talk to you then. Pretty much it, okay? Your customers need to feel appreciated, okay? Because guess what? Once your customers feel appreciated and loved and, like, pretty much, yeah, loved and appreciated, guess what? They're going to tell their friends and family about you. They're going to say, hey, I have this awesome consultant. Her name is Chastity, and I really think that you would love these products. They're going to refer you, okay? That's called a referral. It happens, I promise you. So treat your customers amazing, okay? Treat them like gold, because guess what? Your business would not be thriving if it wasn't for your customers. So you need to realize that. Let's see. Next, you need to get out of your mind. Get it out of your mind that you're being annoying, okay? Now, let me back it up. If you're messaging your customers every day, yes, you're annoying. So you need to come up with a system that works for you, okay? So I follow up with my customers after they order within 2 days saying, hey, thank you for ordering, okay? Then I'm going to message them when their order ships to say, hey, just let you know, your order's on its way. It should be coming to your door soon, okay? Then I'm going to follow up. I'm going to keep an eye on the workstation, and it's going to say the order shipped, blah, blah, blah. So I'm going to reach out to them probably like 2 days after the order ships and says, hey, girl, hey, guy, because yes, guys do order, just in case anyone doesn't think they do. Guys love Scentsy. So don't discriminate. What was I saying? Okay, I'm going to then follow up and say, hey, did you get your order? Are you loving everything? Is there something that I can do for you? Is there something that you weren't loving? Is there anything wrong? Okay, that's the time where they're going to be like, oh my God, I loved all of my stuff, but my warmer did come cracked, okay? Because at that time, it's your responsibility as their consultant to reach out to customer service and say, hey, this is what happened, and get it fixed for them, okay? Whatever problem they're having, you should be getting it fixed for them. You should never, ever, ever say, okay, well, here's the customer support line or phone number if you want to call them. No, they are not going to trust you if that's how you deal with stuff, okay? So that is your job. So get it out of your mind that you're being annoying, because think about it. Have you ever bought something from another direct sales company and they've never followed up? Because I have multiple friends in other direct sales companies who I have purchased things from, and not a single one has followed up with me. And I'm talking Unique. I'm talking like facial stuff. I can't even think of something else. Pampered Chef. I literally just did a Pampered Chef party for one of my girls who is my customer, and the party was huge. It was like a $600 party, and she has not texted me once to see how I like my products. Not once. And this has been a month ago. So I think it's crazy that people aren't following up. So it is huge. Following up with your customers is one of the income producing things that you need to be doing. So find a system that works for you. Okay. Actually, I think I really just got off topic, but I was saying what I was saying about direct sales companies, other direct sales companies. So when you're not following up with people, people forget. I am super forgetful, okay? So I actually have been needing to order more facial lotion from Alouette because I love it, and a good friend of mine is a consultant for them, and actually she does follow up with me. But I've been meaning to say, hey, I need a refill on this lotion. But guess what? The only time that I remember to do that is when I'm going to wash my face at 11 o'clock at night and I'm running out. And it's too late then. I'm not going to text her and say, hey, I need a refill on this. No. So if people were following up, then you would be getting sales. Okay, so follow up. You can get a qualifying order just from simply following up with people. So do it. Okay, next, let's see. Okay, you need to be following up, not just related to Scentsy and products. Okay, you need to be building a rapport and a relationship with your customers. Sorry, my phone just did something weird. You need to be building a relationship with your customers, okay? So don't just message them when you have a sale going on. You need to be messaging them and say, hey, how's life? How are your kids? Go to their Facebook. If you don't know much about them, go to their Facebook, type in their name, see what they've been posting about recently. Have they been going through a hard time? Have they been asking for prayers lately? Reach out to them. It's not going to take long, okay? So it's not about you. It is always about them, okay? It's not about you. It's always about them. So I actually was researching statistics just in general with direct sales and following up, and I came across this statistic that says only 48% of sales reps follow up. Only 48% of sales reps follow up with their customers. That is insane, y'all. Insane. Insane. So we need to be following up. I promise you, it will change your business if you do not have a system in place right now. It will change your business. So do it, okay? All right, moving on. Now, let me backtrack just a minute. Following up, that means like anyone who orders, okay? Anyone who you've given a sample to. Say, reach out, say, hey, how'd you like that sample? Okay, it's either going to be yeah, no, maybe so. Next, follow up with parties. How many people have you reached out to and asked if they're interested in booking a party or getting free and half off Scentsy, and they say not right now? Because that happens to me all the time. So when they say not right now, you need to be in your planner writing down people who have said that for like 2 months out or a month from now or however long. I literally had a girl, same thing with people who have been interested in joining your team, but they're just not ready right then. I've literally had a girl say, hey, I'm not interested right now, but ask me in the fall. So guess what? I actually found, and completely, I have literally forgotten about this because my memory is terrible, okay? Absolutely terrible. So when she told me that, I just happened to be flipping through, I have it right here, flipping through my planner, because my planner is my life. That's how I keep my life together. Without this planner, I don't know what would happen, okay? But right here it says, follow up with Teddy about joining, because she literally said, I'm not ready right now, but maybe in a few months in the fall, I will be ready. So following up is not just orders, okay? It's samples, it's bag parties or parties in general, and it's recruiting, okay? So follow up with your people. All right, next is I'm talking about training your team. The importance of training your recruits, training your people, okay? Because let me just start with this. You should not be recruiting if you are not going to train them. Just going to throw that out there. You should not be recruiting if you are not willing to train them and help them along the way, okay? So, most people are more successful if they have guidance, okay? Now, that's not everyone. You have those rock stars that join and they barely talk to you, or you reach out to them and say, hey, what can I help you with? And they're like, nothing, I'm good. Their PRV's off the chain, they're recruiting, and it's like, wait a minute. Have you done this before? So, but most people are going to be more successful when they have someone who's helping them along the way, showing them the tools. Okay, so let me start with, you need to first find what their why is. Okay, so if you have someone that joins, you need to reach out to them and say, hey, why did you join? What was your reason of joining this business? Okay, is it to earn free trips? Is it to meet new people? Is it to, I don't know, become more confident in yourself? Is it for a hobby? Did you just want the products? Sorry, y'all, I'm not reading these. I'm just trying to go off of my little thing. I'll read them after. Do they just want the products? Okay, did they just want something fun because they were bored? Or do they want to make the most money with this business? Why did they join? Because guess what? You need to know that from the start, because it's happened to me where, you know, I actually originally joined as a hobby, and I needed to make an extra couple $100s for my car payment because I had a brand new car from an accident that I was in. I just got a brand new car, and I wanted some extra play money, and that wasn't happening with just my nursing paycheck. So I also joined as a hobby because I had just moved in with my fiance in the middle of nowhere, BFE, legit middle of nowhere, okay? I barely knew anyone here. And the people I did know, they weren't people that I was like super close to. My parents, my family, my best friend, they lived an hour and a half away. So it's not like I can just get in the car and go over there when I work Monday through Friday, okay? So I was kind of bored, and my fiance was off doing his thing at times. So on the times that he was gone, I literally cleaned my house like there was nothing else to clean. That's how bored I was, okay? I was cleaning everything in sight. So find out why they joined. Now, it's going to change. Most likely their why is going to change, and that is okay, because guess what? I'm in it to win it now, and I'm not even a mama yet. I'm a dog mom, but when I become a mom, I'm going to be a stay-at-home Scentsy mama, okay? Doing my thing. So I already have it in my mind, and I can promise you this, that I never in a million years expected to be where I'm at right now. So stay with it, keep with it. I promise you it gets better. If you're struggling, keep working for it, and you're gonna blossom. Okay? So let me get back to training your team. First, find their why. Okay? Next, you need to tell them they need to do the checklist. That's pretty much the biggest thing. They need to do the checklist before anything else. The checklist will literally take them 15 minutes. 15 minutes, okay? They need to set aside 15 minutes, do the checklist. You, as their sponsor, can go and make sure that they have done the checklist, okay? You go on the performance tab, go to Sensational Start, and it's going to say training status. If it says complete or incomplete, okay? That's pertaining to the checklist. So check that out, because they should be doing the checklist before you even get on the phone with them or meet up with them in person. Okay, so next, you need to pretty much just start off with the basics. Okay, so shooting star, sensational start, payday, getting certified, the pay portal, what PRV means. Okay, what does PRV mean? What is a perpetual party reward? And like the news tab and training and stuff like that. Okay, so just pretty much go off. Don't get too in depth because you're going to overwhelm them. Okay, so you're going to want to start off with one thing. So I always tell my recruits, okay, do the checklist. We'll get on the phone, and then your first goal is shooting star. Okay, I think it's only 30% of consultants hit shooting star. If I'm wrong, please call me out, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Which is huge. So if you hit it, that's a huge accomplishment, okay? And giving your new recruits these goals, and then when they hit it, they have such a boost of confidence. It's amazing, okay? So next, you need to show them where to find the tools. You are not going to give them every tool that they need, but you're going to show them where they can find it, okay? Because people who are given stuff constantly and they're not going out and finding it on their own, they're not going to be successful, okay? They're less likely to be successful because you're hand feeding them pretty much. No one grows by being hand fed. You have to go out and find it, You have to go out and find it yourself. Now, if they go out and find it and they can't find it, then help them, okay? But give them the opportunity to go out and try it themselves. Let's see, you need to teach them IPAs, okay? Income producing activities, okay? Because guess what? In the beginning, we as new consultants, it's happened to all of us, it's happened to me, I'm sure it's happened to all of you. We focus on all the fluffy and fun and cute stuff versus what's really going to grow and help our business thrive. Okay, so we need to just put a stop to that. And you know why that is because we go on Pinterest and we type in Scentsy and all of the cute stuff pops up. And I'm not going to lie, it's happened to me. Okay, and it's like, oh my God, I can make these and I can make these and I can do this for my customers and I can do this. No, we need to first focus on IPAs. Okay, so get that on lockdown before you do anything fluffy. Okay? When someone does join your team, you need to reinforce that they made the right decision about joining, because a lot of people, when they hit the join button, their next thought is like, oh my God, what did I just do? What did I just do? What am I doing? I have no idea what I'm doing. And they have a slight freak out. Okay? How many of you have had a slight freak out when you hit join? Because I did. I remember typing in my social security number and I was like, what the hell am I doing? No idea. So reinforce it that they made the right decision, okay? But you also need to let them know that whether their success is completely up to them. You as their sponsor cannot continuously motivate them. They have to have the motivation in themselves to thrive and succeed, okay? Because guess what? We all start at the same place. We all started as an essential consultant. So whether we're a superstar director, a lead consultant, a director, we all started at the same exact spot. Okay? So anyone can get to the very tip top of this company. You just have to believe in yourself. So after you have your pretty much one-on-one with your new consultant, the training doesn't stop there. Okay, so you're going to then start to have one-on-ones, coaching calls with your team. Okay, so I like mine to be no longer than 20 minutes. I'm very busy. I don't have time to be on the phone all the time. I just do not. And not to mention, it's draining when you're on the phone that much with multiple people, especially when your business starts to grow and you start recruiting so many people. So 20 minutes tops. I actually watched a training today from Allison Gawke. I think I might be pronouncing her name wrong. I'm not sure, but she does these trainings every Tuesday nights. And last night she talked about an app called Calendly. So it's Calendly, and it's a website that you can go and make an account. It's completely free, and then you can schedule coaching calls that way. You can put how long you want them. It'll give you a reminder. It'll give whoever you're having a coaching call a reminder, and they are to call you. It'll tell them exactly what their call's about and whatnot. Okay. So the coaching calls, you're pretty much just going to see like, okay, how are you doing in your business? Are you struggling with anything? Can I help you with anything? The AIM forms that Chloe and Justin and Kristen came up with are amazing, guys. And Chloe, I think she just did a training on them today. If not today, it was yesterday. So make sure you check that out. She goes into more depth of what those AIM forms are and how to use them. So take advantage of them. And then last, do team trainings, okay? So you can do a Zoom just like this, or you can do a Facebook Live on your team page. And you know what? Team trainings are gold because you guys get together and learn from each other, okay? Whether you're an essential consultant or a superstar director, you can always learn from someone else, always, okay? So one other thing is that, like, you should be having team get-togethers, not just trainings, okay? You need to get together and have fun, not even focus about the business. So I think that's pretty much it, guys. Sorry, I just went off, didn't I? My face is all red. I need some ice packs. So I'm pretty much done. I think I hit everything. So, who's next? Chloe?
I mean, I guess so. Here we go. So, all right. So let's do this thing. So it's funny. I was listening to Ray Ray and I actually texted her as I was listening to her because it's so crazy. We have so much in common. I joined to pay my car payment. So there's that. And I actually didn't even buy my kit because I was like, this is dumb and no one will buy from me. And I suck at life, literally, like most women think, which is why most of you guys, even on this call, hold yourselves back and you don't give yourself that full potential. I also get really red when I do calls, so I wear makeup. You'll learn, Ray Ray. You got to wear makeup when you do calls because my body's red, but my face is not. So I'm going to talk about customer service a little bit and how I take care of my people. Felicia is going to share the screen, I think, and show a little bit of what I do. But I guess I'm going to talk first a little bit about why it's so important for you guys to really treat your customers like gold and not skimp on that. So there we go. There they are. So when I first started Scentsy, I really didn't care much about doing like little details and this and that, but as soon as I started sponsoring and as soon as I started having really good parties, whether they were bag parties, home parties, whatever, I realized that I had to really take care of these people. You guys have to understand something, and you need to understand this very quickly and very thoroughly. If you don't take care of your customers, they're going to come to me. And I say that because you really have to understand when it comes to customer service, they are going to buy from the ones that treat them like gold, that make them feel valued, that make them feel like they're not just another direct sales company, and that really help them understand like, hey, this consultant, Chloe Cox, like she is boss. She takes care of me all the time, like A, B, C, and D. So one of the things I do, I was actually, Felicia's going to pull it up. This is actually from today. Is my face big or small to you guys? Is it small? Is it little in the corner? Shake your head. Is my head little in the corner? Okay. Okay. So when I first really started understanding recognition, right? It's not even just for your team. It's more so also the exact same platform for your customers, okay? So everything I do in my mail outs, this was literally today from like 9 to 1 o'clock, I did these mail outs. And it was for everybody that ordered online. So even like, okay, my bag party host, I send a lot of parties that are not locally. So in other states or other cities, I don't drive more than 30 minutes. That's the bottom line. I have a family, I have a husband. I'm not going to drive 30 minutes to deliver a bag party. So whenever I ship a bag party, right, it ships it to them. They do all the things. I make them ship it back to me. They get an extra half off the perpetual party reward for shipping it back to me. And then what I do in return is I ship them bags, because right, Scentsy doesn't ship bags and boxes anymore. I ship labels. I ship everything you're seeing right now, little goodies for their bags, all the things. And then I ship a little extra gift for the host. So this wasn't covered tonight, so I'm going to cover it a little bit. When you're doing bag parties or online parties, you need to make sure that you are shipping that host labels to label your products, a prize for them for labeling your products, holiday brochures, like all the things, because you want to make them be like, wow, this consultant is the best ever. Not they're good, not they're okay, but they're the best ever. So I want to stop at Sophia, this girl right here. This was today. Go down a little bit, Felicia. So this was a customer today, and I had no idea who she was. I'm going to be honest. I got a week behind on follow-ups because honestly, balance is bullshit. I'm just going to be honest. I've had 2 glasses of wine also. I blame them for making me go last. This is their fault. But you can't have balance in your business. You do the best you can, but you also make sure that you get ahead of the game, that you catch up. So today it was all follow-ups. I didn't know who this girl was. She literally lives a minute down the road from me. And I just sent her this simple text because I want you guys to see what you should be doing when you follow up. I don't use Maven. I know, don't kill me, but it's only because I have my own way that I follow up. I've had it for years. I have a system in my head. I know what I do. I know how to follow up. So I do it my own way. So when I sent her this text today, I always try to make it, number one, real. Don't let it be, even if you're going to use Maven, I guarantee you all the directors on here that use it, they for dang sure do not use that automated text. They change it, they modify it, they make it theirs. So I always make sure when I'm texting my people to follow up that it's super authentic. I want them to see my emojis. If they don't like emojis, it's not my problem. That's who I am. I want them to see who I am. So literally, as soon as I texted her, you can see too, when you're following up, make sure you save them in your phone for how they ordered. This is important. I saved her for online order. So if they were a basket party host, save them as basket party. If they were a home party, save them as that. If they're Jessica's friend, save it as Jessica's friend. You need to understand that the more customers you get, you're going to forget who they are. You really are. And I can say this because I've been doing this 6 years, and you get a lot of people. So this was from today. I literally just followed up. Didn't even know if she would respond back, but I was like, you know what? I'm going to see how it goes. So you can see the reply, but she literally was so excited. She was like, what? Like, I don't have to pay shipping? She had no idea. So that means whoever she bought from before, they were not giving her that option. So your customers, you should be texting them. Like Ray said, whenever they order from you, even if you're a week behind like I was, you should be texting them and letting them know, hey, this is what's going on. Check their order. I don't care if they get an automated thing from Scentsy saying when it's shipped. You were their consultant. Show them the extra. They want to see the extra because the reality is they can buy from anybody, right? They can buy from anybody. There's a zillion people around you guys they can buy from. So why do they want to buy from you? Why are you special? Seriously, what do you do that's above the top? So Felicia, you can take that one off and then show the other ones. But so pretty much what I do when I follow up with a customer or I'm sending out that customer mail, I always make sure, so you can go to the top, Felicia, I look at first their order. I pull it up right from the orders tab. The way I follow up, I print their order and I put it in a binder just because that's what I do. And I can't deviate from that right now. I just can't. It's hard for me to do change. But so this girl was the one I texted. You want to make it special, okay? Think about these people that are getting stuff in the mail, okay? Your customers, whether they're online. So I have a big online community. I push online. I stay at home, I work from home. I don't stay at home, I work from home. So for me, why would I not want online orders? Why would I not want $150, $100 orders? So also, the more you use your Instagram story, I'm going to be real, Instagram stories get a lot more feedback from Facebook. If you're not using Instagram stories to your advantage, I encourage you to do it. I've gotten a lot of orders this month just from that. But I always do a handwritten card every time for an online order. So everything that you're about to see, this is all online orders, but I always do a handwritten card. I always try and make it personal. I always look up their order. Don't do a vague card where you say, hey, thanks for your order. Hope you love it. No, because you know what? You're in a hurry and they can see that. Take the time to slow down a little bit, look up their order. If you also can find them on Facebook, find them on Facebook. I honestly like to have my customers on my Facebook page because I want them to see my life. I want them to see how I live. I can't remember who talked about this, but someone earlier said, don't just, text them about Scentsy. Text them about their life. I have a few people in Florida right now. So today I was texting them, my customers, and I was like, are you okay? Because of the hurricane. So I definitely always send a handwritten card. You can see the little stickers I use and how I kind of do the washi tape. I just really want it to be fun. You need to understand these people that you're following up with are your next recruits. They're your next referrals. They're your next host. This isn't about following up because you want to be all fun and pretty. It's because you know you need to treat them like gold, because they're the ones that are going to start trusting you. And when they trust you, they're going to listen to you. So I have a way when I follow up with a customer, I always text them. That's what I did today. I used to do voice text, but they got a little scared. So I don't do that anymore. I do a simple text, and I literally let them know what you just saw from below. That was from today. And I send them stuff based off of what they ordered. So you can see right here, Felicia has this tester. Guys, use what you have. If you've been a seasoned consultant for a few years, you don't need to make fancy samples. Pull some of your testers from fall of last year, or even pull testers from like spring. Who cares if they don't make them anymore? That's irrelevant. The point is that you're showing them that. I don't have this sticker, but literally it's super simple. Y'all can see it. I'm more than happy to upload these on the director page so your directors can share them with the team. But this is just, I printed it off Avery, and I literally stuck the entire tester in there. Literally. I don't have time to be messing around popping that mess out. That's not income producing for me. I'm focusing on training people. I'm focusing on sponsoring. I'm focusing on doing trainings like this, and I'm focusing on booking parties. Because like they said, every month we start at certified. I start at certified. If I don't put my 500 in, I make $0 off of my entire group. And so it's always important to understand that your customer base always has to be relevant. It always has to be growing. It always has to be evolving. You have to be the best. And I'm saying that because I think sometimes you guys are a little nonchalant, and it's, let me go ahead and just send them like a card. Guys, you got to amplify it. You got to be the best consultant. So another thing I do is this. You can see the gummy bears. I know that looks weird, but for me, when I was growing up, so I grew up from a really broken home, extremely broken. And so my dad got remarried when I was 11 to my stepmom who raised me, and she's German. And these gummies are German gummy bears. So I grew up on these. Every stocking I had these, they reminded me of stability and love and all of those things. And so every person that orders from me online, so if people order from you online, you should be sending them something within the next week. Okay, so when they order from me online, I make sure to send them these gummies. So you can see the front and the back, I have the thank you stickers. Those are literally on Amazon type thank you stickers. They come up in a roll. They look just like this. I have them right in here. And they come up in a roll. And literally all you need to do is just appreciate them. So I stick that on the back, and then you can see below that I have the Love Brag tag card that a lot of y'all have seen before. I came up with this about 1.5 years, 2 years ago. And I was like, what do I want my customers to do when they get my stuff? Like, I realized I was sending things, but not letting them post it. You shouldn't be sending people stuff without wanting them to want to post about what they got from you. So this literally says what it says. I made them on Vistaprint. I made the actual brag tags on Ciampa. It's an app. So if you don't have the Canva app, get it. It's awesome. And that goes in every order. And pretty much, I mean, this is really, I'm pretty much done. That way we can answer questions at the end, because I know the other leaders like had literally like, I just want to say too, I'm not going to embarrass them, but this is dynamite info. If you're sitting back and like rolling your eyes, I'm going to be honest because this is how I roll. If you're rolling your eyes and you're not listening to this call and you're just like whatever, you are not going to make it. You have to understand that this takes action. This takes you taking these things you're learning today and implementing them. So the rest of the stuff you see Felicia showing, some of the people I sent bars. Like I use scent and warmer of the month. I use my scent of the month to incentivize my $100 orders. I get $100 to $200 orders on my website monthly by multiple people. They order and they pay shipping because they know I'll take care of them. So guys, work smarter, not harder. I put my stickers right on the front, and then I use stamps.com. So where my hand is right there, you can see I print my postage from home. It is the easiest thing on the planet. Why everybody in the world does not do it, I don't know. It's so easy. Stamps.com, you weigh your postage, you go online, you can print your stamps so you don't have to go to the post office. Talk about an IPA, right? Nobody has time to be going to the post office to be getting stamps or, Food Line, whatever. This is a way that I can print my postage from home. These stickers are from stamps.com. I print it instantly, drop it off by. And just make sure too, like, you know, when you are packaging this stuff for people that order online, or maybe it's a host, or maybe it's somebody you just need to follow up with. Maybe somebody had a really hard week. That's a really good host for you. And you watch their Facebook. This is why Facebook's important. You follow them on Facebook and you know their marriage isn't going good. Like, I'm just going to be real. Or you know that they're struggling or their baby's sick or whatever. Send them a card in the mail and let them know you're thinking about them. That is the difference between them being like, oh, she's a consultant and wow, she cares about me. Because if they feel valued, they're going to buy into what you have. Just like Faith said earlier, they are buying into you. They're not buying into Scentsy. They can join under anybody, so why would they want to join under you? So when I send mail outs like what you see today, and of course I sent join information, I sent holiday brochures, but I based it off every person. I looked and I focused, like, how well do I know them? What relationship are we on? I'm not going to send a cold, like, join information to someone I've never met. I'm going to text them, build that relationship, right? So I think that's all I have, honestly. But there you have it.
Sorry, guys. Let me exit out of here. And I apologize for not figuring this out sooner. How do I stop the screen share? There we go.
It's okay. It just takes a minute. You got this, guy. You got this.
Like showing you all my emails and everything, so I apologize. So hold on. What did I do here? There we go. Okay. I guess we can kind of like scroll through the chat, and like Ray, Faith, and Crystal, we can like, and Chloe, we can unmute ourselves.
That was great.
Yeah, I loved it.
And I do want to say too, while you guys are scrolling through the questions, somebody said it earlier, do not compare your business to anybody else's. I got the worst funk. Like, I was super depressed. I told Faith, I was like, dude, like, I want to quit. I didn't care. It was because even though my PRV was good, I mean, I wasn't where you guys are at. I look up to a lot of people, Ray and Felicia and Chloe and Faith. You know, I talk to you guys all the time, and I watch you, and I train from you guys. But here I am. I'm just me. So even though I may think you guys are freaking awesome, and you may think I'm awesome, I don't know that. And I look at you and go, gosh, you know, she's over here killing it, and her team is amazing. And it will depress you, and you will really want to quit. So don't do that to yourself. Be proud of where you are. Stop caring about where anybody else is, because you're only going to get further when you invest into your business and not worry about what everybody else is doing.
I agree with that.
And guess what? We all have our struggles.
Yeah.
Whether we see it or not, we all have our struggles.
And you can't compare someone's 5 or 6 year journey to a 3-month journey. So you stick with it.
I tell you what, I've been in retail for quite a few years, and this is nothing like retail. And I needed this tonight. I need y'all talking to me and putting it as plain as can be, not sugarcoating it, because sometimes it gets lost in the sugarcoating, But I'm glad. I am so thankful that I sat in on this. Thank y'all for doing this. Thank you.
Yay. And this is the thing, you guys. I don't know why I'm so big. This makes me really uncomfortable because you can see on my red right now on my chest. I didn't wear a sweatshirt. But nobody's going to make it happen for you. You have to make it happen for yourself. I had no upline support. You guys need to understand this. This is important. You guys have a tribe that wants you to succeed. We want you to succeed. We have built this culture, and the world is going to tell you that this is dumb, that you're not going to make it, that this isn't a real job, whatever. Guys, let them talk, and you can sit back and collect the check and change your life. But the bottom line is that if you work every day in this business, every day in some way, I always tell myself, if I do 3 income producing things a day, then that's enough. I don't need to do the fluff. I don't need to worry about samples. I don't need to worry about all that stuff. As long as I'm taking care of 3 important things a day, my business will flourish. Samples aren't important. Like I don't even know what to say. Like, getting on Facebook isn't important. Like, all that is fluff. What you need to worry about is texting and connecting with your customers, training your team, feeding into your leaders. Like, those are the things that you need to be focused on, and that's what's going to really change your life. And it takes a long time. It took me a while, you guys. I didn't have you guys 3 years ago. None of you. 0. I was just like, here we go, Chloe show. What do I want? And I had to create my culture. So if you're a leader on here right now and you're like, man, I don't like my culture, I don't like what's going on my team page, I'm going to just tell you the hard thing, and it's you. You create the culture. What's your consistency like? What are you showing to your team page? How are you reflecting like what Scentsy is? They are buying into who you are. They're buying into the realness. They're buying into like your brand. And so you are your brand. And so I think that once you guys live and work authentically, you're going to see your business thrive. And I can tell you, so many people in Scentsy, so many other superstar directors, so many other people just high up in this company looked at me and they would laugh at me. They would laugh at me at Superstar Director Summit. And I'm saying this because it's true. They would laugh at the ideas they had, that I had. They would laugh at just ideas and things that I visioned. But you know what? I don't care, because my vision is my vision, and it's you guys. And so you have to realize that people aren't going to see what you see, and who cares? They're not paying your bills. Like, I'm pretty sure those people on Facebook that aren't liking your status, or that are saying something, or that are talking ugly to you, they're not changing your life. They're not paying your bills. They're not your husband. So who cares? You really have to understand that you just have to keep going regardless of everything else. And yeah, we're in a business with women, and it sucks sometimes because women are mean. Some women are very mean. They don't want other people to succeed, right? They don't want to share their files. They don't want to share what they're doing. And you guys are so lucky to be in a group where we share everything we have. Literally everything we have. So all of you on this call tonight, understand that you don't need to just listen to what we said. Don't just look at, like, I took a ton of notes. I'm going to show you so many notes from these girls. Don't just take notes and sit back. Act on those things. Like, tomorrow when you wake up, be different than you were today. Like, have a different perspective. If you are burnt out, go and take some time for yourself. Like, go and do you for a minute, but then come back in. That's all I have to say.
That was good. Goosebumps. Any questions?
Yes, any questions?
I know that there were a few, but they were like way back in the chat.
Yeah, just scroll through, Felicia, and see.
Okay. What are all the business tasks that need to be done, like budgeting and other things for filing? That is kind of another training in itself.
Yeah, we will do a training like that in January is when we really talk about that. Yeah. But this is the thing, you should be saving all your receipts. If you don't have a CPA or someone to do taxes that's good at direct sales, that's who I pinned. I found someone really good at direct sales in my community. Find them. But you honestly, so if you make $600, okay, in commission this fall, you're going to get 1099 or this year. That'll come up in January. And then you need to understand that you need to be saving your receipts. Everything is a write-off. And if you have questions about that, ask your director or ask your sponsor.
And another thing that I tell all of my new team members, it's something that I didn't do at the beginning, so I don't do it because I have to start from the beginning for this. But all of my new team members, I tell them when they first start out, if they have to order any business supplies and they attach it to a party, create a customer. first name business, last name supplies, so that and then have all of your business supplies. So if you need extra catalogs, if you need to order a tablecloth, if you order a shirt, if you order a hat, if you order extra, I think I said extra catalogs, sample molds, whatever you order from the family store and you attach it to a party, it's in that specific customer's order history. So when you're going at the end of the year, you can go, and if you don't print it off right then and there, whenever you first order, you can go and you can type in business supplies, and and when you look at their information, it'll say order history on the bottom, and it'll say all the times that you've ordered, and all of those are tax write-offs as well, so you need to be printing off those receipts. And it's just kind of consolidates everything, so it's easier to keep track of. And I never used a CPA for the first 4 years. No, yeah, and 4 years with Scentsy because we always filed with military, but I kept track of all of my receipts, my gas mileage. I use an app called Mile IQ, and like I said, this is a whole other training, but and we'll do one closer to January. But keeping track of your business supplies that you order is something that's really important. Sorry, I was scrolling through. I think we only had a couple more questions, but no. And you guys have been so good answering the questions that were here too. So thank you guys for that in the chat as I'm scrolling through. If we didn't answer any of your questions that you typed in, let's see, just let us know, or maybe type it in at the end, or message us after and we'll answer them for you guys. I think that we are good.
To order products to show customers. So, I mean, everything that you have that came in your kit should be enough to get you going. You don't have to have every product on hand to show somebody. If you can, Google a picture of a warmer that somebody has posted somewhere on the internet, and you can share that, and it gives them a more personal feel of it. But definitely don't feel like you have to spend a whole bunch of money to have product on hand to show, because you definitely do not have to.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I see. One thing everything that comes in your kit is really important. The only thing that I say is maybe business cards from Vistaprint. You can get them for really cheap. I don't know if does the kit come with your own? Sorry, the jets are
You have the simple labels, but not business cards.
Print your own business cards?
Yeah, it doesn't come with business cards. It comes with the labels, the Scentsy labels.
Oh, okay. But yeah, Vistaprint always has those coupons, and you can get like your first 500 business cards for like $10. Because those are really important, handing out with samples or attaching to catalogs and stuff like that. Okay. I think we're done. We're good here, right?
Yes, everybody stay safe from the storm.
Yeah, if you're in the area, I'm going to